As new information of the upcoming Mortal Kombat 1 slowly but surely starts to enter the internet space, recently, character bios for all confirmed fighters, with the exception of Shang Tsung, have now appeared on the official Mortal Kombat website. Now, you know me, I'm a fiend for Mortal Kombat lore just as much as the gameplay mechanics at times, and seeing as Mortal Kombat 1 is a brand new experience across the board, especially with Liu Kang's new universe, I thought I would give these bios a read and show them all to you. Everything seems to be different, and they weren't lying when they said that this is rebuilt from the ground up. I'm highly interested to see what happens from a story perspective and whatever story mode the game might contain. We still don't have a complete idea on what that will be. However, enjoy, and here is a look at our current confirmed characters. God of Fire, Liu Kang. Having won control of the Hourglass, Liu Kang restarted history. He neutralized the threats and dangers that had come before, crafting a new era in which all beings would have the opportunity to find peace. But that peace is now threatened by an enemy that Liu Kang could never have anticipated. It will take all of his wisdom and experience to save not only Earthrealm, but all of reality. Grand Master of the Lin Kuei, Sub-Zero. As the Lin Kuei's Grand Master, Sub-Zero leads his ancient warrior clan in the defense of Earthrealm from external threats. For centuries, it has been their solemn task. But Earthrealm hasn't been threatened in generations, and Sub-Zero sees no point in limiting his clan to preparing for dangers that may never come. Under his leadership, the Lin Kuei will come out of the shadows and fight for its place as one of Earthrealm's great nations. Revered Lin Kuei warrior, Scorpion. Like his cherished father, Scorpion is dedicated to the Lin Kuei and its defense of Earthrealm. When his father died, Scorpion was bereft, though he took pride in knowing that his brother Sub-Zero would succeed their father as the Lin Kuei's Grand Master. But Sub-Zero's unprecedented moves to cast off the Lin Kuei's traditional duties have frozen Scorpion's enthusiasm. He fears that he may one day have to battle his brother for control of the Lin Kuei's legacy. Princess of Outworld, Kitana. Kitana has one purpose in life: to aid and protect her older sister, Mileena, as she prepares to rule Outworld one day. The steady-handed Kitana ignores the calls of those who advocate that she should replace her impulsive sister as heir. Instead, Kitana will defend the realm by fighting to make Mileena the best empress possible. She will also fight to hide the dark secret that could end her sister's reign before it begins. 21st century action hero, Johnny Cage. Like many stars before him, Johnny became addicted to his fame. He came to measure his self-worth by his fans' adoration and their praise of him on social media. But with his star now fading, Johnny is fighting an uphill battle to remain relevant. He joins Liu Kang's Earthrealm champions, hoping that it will provide his career and his fame a desperately needed boost. Restorer of his family's name, Kenshi Takahashi. Once one of the ancient Japan's most honored families, the Takahashis were decimated in battle. They lost everything, including the emblem of their power, the revered sword, Sento. Those who survived joined the Bakuto, a predecessor of the Yakuza, for its protection. 5 centuries later, Kenshi is raised on the stories of his ancient family's exploits. Detesting his corrupt Yakuza life, he pines to free the Takahashis from the Yakuza's grasp and restore their name. But for his family to follow him, Kenshi must first fight to prove that he can lead. His first battle is to find and retrieve Sento. Youthful warrior with dreams of glory, Kung Lao. Born and raised in the village of Fengjian, Kung Lao has spent his life toiling in the fields. It has been an honorable life, if not a glorious one. Kung Lao's greatest fear is that his life will amount to nothing. He prays fervently that he will be called to do something bigger. His prayers are answered when he is asked to join the champions of Earthrealm. As a warrior fighting for its honor, Kung Lao knows that his victories will be long remembered. Heir to Outworld's throne, Mileena. Born mere seconds ahead of her twin sister, Mileena is the rightful heir to Outworld's throne. But even so, there are those who distrust Mileena's impulsiveness. They whisper that Kitana, with her steadier hand, should replace Mileena as heir to the throne. As Mileena fights for legitimacy, she hides a horrible secret. She is infected with the dreaded and lethal Tarkat disease. Were her affliction found out, Mileena would be forced into battle to save her throne. Champion of Earthrealm, Raiden. In the village of Fengjian, Raiden was known for his kindness and his charity. He was happy to spend his days tending to the fields, as well as to his friends and family. So when he is asked to leave Fengjian and become one of Earthrealm's champions, Raiden hesitates, but he soon realizes that to best serve his village, he must join them. As threats to Earthrealm mount, Raiden must mature into the great warrior that Liu Kang knows he can be. So, with all of this said and done, I guess the question really is, what does everybody think of these changes? I know a lot of fans are incredibly passionate about their favorite characters. Look no further than the last few years for that one, for various reasons. But this is a new universe, right? Everything seems to be completely different. Not just within characters themselves, but the way this universe has been crafted that makes me think about characters that we might not see, maybe in the game at all. I think my first thought goes into Sector, and that might be, Ketchup, of course, he's going to talk about Sector. Let's not forget that in the Netherrealm timeline, Sector was actually the son of the Grand Master, and that was something that was reflected heavily in Sector's MK9 ending. It was a big part of his character and his loyalty to the Lin Kuei. That, of course, is not going to exist here at all, because now it is Scorpion and Sub-Zero that have that history to them, I suppose. Which kind of just makes me think of all these other characters that, how would they even work in a modern title? Would all of this surrounding the Lin Kuei and even surrounding Outworld with Kitana and Mileena, where does that leave us in regards to characters we may or may not be seeing? I know Countess Jade was mentioned by Liu Kang during a Liu Kang and Kitana intro dialogue. You could actually hear that on the stress test, but I'm thinking of characters like Baraka. Will we see Baraka in this game? They mention a new disease, right? The Tarkat disease, which is clearly going to replace the Tarkatans, and that kind of makes sense, right? Because it's a new universe created by Liu Kang. It's understandable he might not have characters like Baraka in that universe, but it's a different way to introduce them should they actually be playable. I think the dynamic between Scorpion and Sub-Zero being brothers, that's not news to us because we did have that confirmed by Ed Boon at Summer Game Fest, right? So we've known that for a while. And the confirmation of Mileena and Kitana being twin sisters, that's something that I'm very interested to see in regards to the story mode, the single player component, which I'm going to massively assume is there because we've seen various cutscenes in a lot of the different trailers that have come out, right? Now, let's look at some individual characters. Raiden, the champion of Earthrealm. I think everybody was expecting Kung Lao very much to have that, and especially considering seeing Kung Lao and Liu Kang at the end of Mortal Kombat 11, I really kind of expected that Kung Lao would have that role, but Raiden seems to have kind of stolen that away, and we'll see how that unfolds in the game itself, I suppose, but Kung Lao fans out there, definitely seems like it's not going to quite be Kung Lao's time. Although, you know, I could very much have to eat my words when the game comes out and maybe Kung Lao actually does some really, really big stuff in the story. So, could definitely be wrong there. Outside of that, I think some characters have gone extremely far in with like a totally new story that they have never had before. And on the other end, I think some characters have a relatively safe backstory. I think we'll start with Kenshi in regards to this one, because Kenshi's lore in this game is very, very different to what he's had previously. I think one consistent thing that surely must be in the game in some way is that Kenshi will somehow lose his eyesight. What character will cause that remains to be seen. We know that Shang Tsung is in the game, and historically Shang Tsung has often been the one that is responsible for that. And let's not forget, in the gameplay debut trailer, Kenshi is talking to Johnny Cage about Sento, and he has his eyesight in that cutscene. But as we've seen with some costumes and other cutscenes, he doesn't have his eyesight 100% of the time. So how that's going to be explored is going to be quite interesting on a new sense of things. On the opposite end, though, I look at a character like Johnny Cage, whose storyline seems to be quite safe. A character who is losing relevancy as a celebrity, is trying to claw at getting it back. That is something that is very expected. And I don't think that story for Cage really surprises anybody. It's kind of almost brought us right back to the 90s, where there is no special forces, no future development, nothing with the Shinnok stuff of MKX and the almost leader-like properties that Johnny Cage had in Mortal Kombat 11. We've kind of gone right back to the beginning with that one. So, overall, a mixture of brand new and a mixture of familiar yet different. What excites me is how these stories may change for other characters yet to be confirmed. It's wild to think that really Mortal Kombat 1 is only a few months away, and we still kind of don't know who's going to be in it, cameo or main roster. So how these bios and these storylines can fit into the big picture remains to be seen. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. When more information gets revealed, rest assured I will be covering it here on an official capacity. I certainly don't like covering leaks and everything else because unless it's officially confirmed, personally, I can't trust it. And that's just the way it is, and that's the way it's always been. I appreciate you for tuning in. Take care, and I'll see you next time.